Hi, this is Vicki with Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome back to Pirate Learning Session. Yo ho, ahoy there, hearties. Did you get your ship to sail? Did she catch the wind and go fast? I hope so. Well, this week we need to hide our treasure, so you get ready to start. This is activity number 8, make a map. Well, we want to hide our treasure someplace safe. But we also want to be able to find it later. Now, pirates used maps to remember where they hid their treasure, and they would show what was all around the treasure, and then they put an X on the map where they buried it. In your box, you're going to find a grocery bag, which you could turn into two maps or one big map. And the child can create a ragged edge by tearing the paper itself. Tearing paper is a great way to work on the strengths of the hands to help them be ready for writing. And you want to give your littles an important job to do, have them tear up your junk mail for you. To start with the mapping, you should first hide the chest and then draw a map of what the room is like and then explain each piece, kind of like this. I see two couches with a TV in the middle. See right here, two couches and a treasure over by one of the chairs. Maps are a great way for children to develop an understanding of their place in the world. It helps strengthen their spatial reasoning skills, and it'll help them take directions and navigate their surroundings. As they get more sophisticated, you can begin to use a grid to describe where something is. For example, um, the ship is located in A4. When pirates sailed on the sea, they didn't have much fresh fruit. So they actually dried food. And we're going to try some of that food and make and try some of the other things that they prepared before they left. Let's start with jerky. Jerky is strips of meat that have been dried out to prevent spoilage. They wouldn't cook it, but just eat it like what we provided. So tell me, Meaty, is the jerky good? Another food that they brought with them is actually called hardtack. And hardtack is actually a really dense cracker made of flour, water, and salt. It can last a really, really long time. And we're going to make some. And when we're done, it'll look like this. To start, we need to preheat the oven to 250 degrees. You'll need a cookie sheet, the contents of bag number 9, and 4 teaspoons of water. In your bowl, you want to take the flour mixture and put it in the bowl, and then slowly add the water and mix with your hands. Add as little water as possible, just enough to get the dough to form, like this. Once the dough has come together, flour as surface, and then we're going to roll it out. You want to roll the dough out about a quarter of an inch thick, and then cut the edges off so it's square, and then cut those into little edges. Put the squares on foil, and then poke holes in them um, before putting them in the oven. Bake it for 4 hours, turning them once halfway through, and then take them out to cool. They will be very hard. Once they're cooled, you can try them. They are so hard that pirates had to actually dip them in tea to soften them up to eat. You could try the same thing or actually use milk. This is activity number 11. No, I didn't forget number 10. We just recorded it separately because Camilla is going to demonstrate all the yoga for you. Now, in your box, you're going to find a bag with the game and a color dice. Using one of your jewels as a marker, uh, each person will roll the dice. If the dice shows blue or green or yellow or red, move to the square of that color. If it doesn't move to the object, you want to move to either uh, the parrot or the telescope. The game will be over when you guys obviously reach the treasure. We hope that you'll play the game with your family. Games actually teach such important social lessons. It teaches them on to focus their attention, to take turns, to play with other people, patience, and sharpen their academic skills. I like to start with cooperative games first, where we all win by achieving a common goal like getting to the treasure. And there's plenty of time for cooperative games, and lots of learning about winning and losing are also important too. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our pirate exploration and the great books that went with the learning session.